How much money can you make from a vending machine? I love this business, and I love this business for kids. So those of you that are serious parents, that you are raising your kids to be millionaires, and you've gotten the book and you're walking through the checklist, what a great business for you to own in an LLC as the adult and have the kids join you. So I have a lot of these fun stories that I'm going to be sharing with you. But let's talk specifically about vending. How do you make it work? Because I have people and clients actually that do this full time and are millionaires. So 3 things I'm going to talk about. How do you actually start the business and scale the business? How do you maximize absolute profits? Because it's going to be critical that you maximize everywhere you can in the vending side. And number 3, the common mistakes that most people make and why you need to stay to the end to learn my final big tips. So number 1, how do you actually start and then scale your business in vending? So most people start with certain kinds of foods or drinks. And now if you actually go a little broader, and I'm going to put vending in this category, it's more of a kiosk, but if you had a kiosk at an airport, you'll make the most money, or even in a mall in those kind of high traffic areas. And they say those aren't really vending machines. A lot of them are. If you look at some of the makeup lines, they have complete vending, and their makeup's just inside some, cute little frame. It's just a different size. It's not a typical square or, rectangle size vending machine. Your location is critical. So seriously, I want you to start modeling other people, like who's already in the vending business that you know of, and you aren't going to start with 1 or 2 or 3. Now, you might just to get going a little bit and not have a high cost to enter the market in the industry, but really each vending machine on average makes around $400 a month. So that's $100 a week. That's what, $25 a day, maybe. So what you sell, how you price is critical, but your location is even more important. So where you are, where's your highest traffic locations that you could place these vending machines, and can you buy them at a discount? There's a lot of refurbished vending machines. I have clients that are actually in the business of maintaining, refurbishing, and reselling vending machines. So they do that business in addition to having hundreds of vending machines placed throughout Southern California. A lot of vending machines people, you can imagine what they've grown up to. They grow up to ATM machines. They grow up to actually crypto ATM machines, because it's all in that same kind of category. It's about your location, and it's about what you offer and your cost to offer it. And the other side too, if you have foods or anything that has an expiration date, you've got to maintain your inventory. And I know so many people forget about that part, and the food that's in there is months and months and months old. So you really need to get a tracking system of what's moving in your vending machines. Obviously, you put in the products that move, and you start eliminating those that aren't moving as much. So you've really got to track inventory controls, what's moving, what's not moving in your locations. What do people tend to buy? You could even be super cool and have them do a little text on the vending machine, say, text us if there's a food item or a drink item or whatever item that you'd like us to start carrying, but we didn't carry it for you. And then have them just do a text to you. That way you're getting good market feedback, and you know who's actually using your vending machines, getting to know your customer. Number 2, how do you maximize profits? Well, you got to do some security. Being in the cannabis space, I know all about cameras and all about high grade security. So you're going to want security on the cameras to watch for any vandalism, just, negative traffic that tends to hang out in your area. You want to do whatever you can to move that on, because any sort of sketchy looking, whether it's people or just areas that you might be in, is going to deter somebody from coming up to actually want to buy anything out of your vending machine. So you're going to want some remote camera locations. A lot of times they go directly to your phone, just like a Ring camera. You can see what's going on at your home on your phone. So you want to be able to see what's going on in your vending machines. The other thing you want to look at is credit card payments. I know a lot of people only take like a certain level of them. I would take as much as you can take. Take cash anyway. People want to pay it to you. And if you want to get more sophisticated, some of the technologies are now out. You can even use Bitcoin to buy some things with their ATM card. So get as many payment process opportunities for your people as you can. In addition to that, I want you again back to inventory. Really understand your stocking needs. Understand the expiration date. Understand when you need to rotate the stock, and then have a system, watch the pattern, because people watch you, of when you're coming to get coins out. Again, better use of a credit card is you get all the money immediately into your bank account versus it goes into coins and then you've got to go cash it into the banks. And some banks in really small remote areas make you still roll your own coins. So good luck with that. I've had to do that because I had a laundromat that was a little bit of a remote place, and it was kind of fun because I had my kids involved in it, but it also takes a lot more time, a lot more work to actually, do all of that. that. As far as your profitability, you want to make sure you're living corporate life the way we describe it. So if you don't know what that means, I want you to grab 2 tickets to my event, giving you a gift to go to the Millionaire Intensive. And we're going to talk a lot about living corporate life. What does it mean? How do you live through the company? Its legal reason is to have a vending machine business. And now you have the legal right to open up 81,000 pages of tax code. So you want them held in very different LLCs. Now, do you only put 1 or 10 in an LLC? That's up to our experts to decide what your risk tolerance is for having one vending machine go down, say it's vandalized or it's broke, it's not working. Then you only have 1/10 of a problem. But do you put 10 in one LLC? Do you put 20 in one LLC? Think about it. If you had 10 averaging 400 a month, that's 4,000 a month in revenue. Is that enough? If not, then you're going to have to double it and you go 8,000 a month by getting 20 vending machines. It's a little more work, but you can also get crews to do it. Or again, if you have teenage kids that know how to drive, you can actually employ them and have them be a part of the business. And as they go into college, what a great college business for them to have instead of get a job. Notice the profitability of the products or the services, whatever's going on inside your vending machine. Which ones have the most margin? What do you sell for? I mean, water's an enormous margin. Drinks are typically an enormous margin. Some food items are, some aren't. If you're going to head towards fresh food, which you've seen more and more vending machines and kiosks come up with fresh foods, fresh salads, fresh animal food, then you've got a whole level of refrigeration, of maintenance inside of that, because now you really have to watch for food poisoning. Always check not only with our experts with what company you should have, but then what kind of insurance you should have. What kind of commercial insurance, what kind of liability insurance. Anyone gets sick and they can actually track it back to your vending machine, your food, you're going to have a lawsuit or you're going to have some big settlement is usually how that goes. Now, before I continue to the third point, the biggest mistakes that you must avoid, I want you to subscribe to our channel. Be here 5 days a week. Click that notification button and share this with a whole bunch of people. Include your kids in this. Like, think about what fun family businesses you could own in addition to a vending machine. I own laundromats, right? I've done a pizzeria. I've done a hair salon. I've done nail salons. So things that are very relative to the kids that actually had a lot of fun and they love bringing their friends, especially to the pizzeria. So think about what you could do to live corporate life and bring your kids to the event. So again, grab those tickets that are in the description. If you have any questions, always go to askloral.com, ASKLORAL, ask a question, make a request. We are there 5 days a week answering questions and requests that you need. If there's something that is not on my channel, but you should go search that search bar first before you put a comment in. What's another topic that you're wanting to know about as we move into the 2024 year in this great recession, in high interest rates, inflation, crazy economic time? So what are the mistakes in vending? So relying on debt financing. Now, I'm not opposed to debt financing, but there is a way to finance all of these. You can finance them actually at 0% credit cards. You say, well, how do I get them? Well, again, go to my search bar and credit cards as investment cards. I teach you a lot about how to use debt, how to use credit cards properly. And I've known people that have $100,000 limits and you go out and you can buy 5, 10, 15, 20 of them, depending if they're refurbished, if they're used, or they're brand new, and depending on the technology that's attached to them. So watch your profitability when you buy and how you have to pay down those payments compared to the fact that one machine is probably only going to make you $400 a month. So watch how you do that so you actually stay profitable and get profitable right away. Another thing, I want you, again, go out and find model companies. Who's already in the vending business that will share some information? Maybe they want to expand, is the way I usually approach people. Do you want to expand into a new market? I'll control these, 20, 30, 40 vending machines in this area. I'll make sure they're taken care of. And for your first run out, why not give them a small percent for helping you, call it mentoring, guiding you into a successful business? It's a lot less risk to do it that way than go out on your own and hope you're going to figure this out with absolutely no help. It drives me crazy how much all of you spend on nutrition, Weight Watchers, Nutrisystem, whatever you spend your money on to get healthy, get lean, do things like that. When are you going to spend money on yourself? Business, money, it's not taught. You don't know it. There's no fear about money in the world. It's your lack of knowledge that causes that fear to kind of erupt when it shows up for you. So other big mistakes, just not understanding efficiency of management, a customer service, making sure, again, the areas are clean, well lit, there's security cameras, and, somebody like as a single mom, if it was a sketchy area or I had any question or like a dirty area, I'm not going and I'm not going to walk my kid up to that vending machine. I don't even want their little hands on the machine. So how are you going to do all of that maintenance and really customer service? Worst case, if the people put money in and your machine's broke, how do they get a hold of you to get their money back? Or you will never, ever have their foot traffic back in your vending machine. So you do have to have some way to maintain and manage that. Last thing, so you've got to have a commitment like anything. I don't want you to be out doing this as an emotional entrepreneur. I want you to do this to go make 6 figures a year minimum. So that's always an adult goal for me, is to get into 100, 120,000 in revenue a year minimum. And just your commitment. Like, what's What's your revenue producing day? I need you to plan a schedule. This is actually not a difficult business for those of you who have jobs. You can start doing this on the side. You can do it on the weekend. You can do it during your lunch hour, and your family can be involved. So I love it. It's a family business. And again, if you're interested, want some help getting coached into how to do this, grab a strategy session. There's a link below. Call our office at any time or go to Ask Loral, AskLoral, ask a question, make a request, and we'll be right back with you. Talk tomorrow.